Majority of those living in close proximity to you have no life, and it's easy to spot the disgruntled attitude they possess. You can just tell when somebody lives around you or in your proximity that is on your case. And whenever they see you, they pretty much do certain things to let you know as well. All right, somebody asked me in the comments the other day to make a video on how to deal with these types of people, how to deal with nosy neighbors, how to deal with, those neighbors that just don't know how to wave and smile and go about their business. Or you have those neighbors that, right, are stuck in like a childish mentality to where the things that they do are drawn to get a reaction out of you. And, unfortunately, there are people that don't have much time on their hands, or, they have too much time on their hands. And the things that they do, they're going to spend time trying to get on your nerves. And whenever you interact with them or encounter them, you're going to have to spend time basically not focusing on them, not reacting, um, basically just letting them behave the way they are. All right. And it's sad when people that live close to you, like neighbors, are on your case, and the things that they do are like on time, on cue, with, you going for a walk, or you trying to get you a peaceful moment. All right. It always seems to be that there are those neighbors that love to watch, love to pay attention to what you're doing, and they can't get enough of you. And it's easy to be able to tell that they have an attitude or they feel some type of way because of the constant things they do that are pretty much to annoy you, to 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 bother you to a certain degree. And that's their whole plan. All right, their plan is to get you to appear to be like someone that's unstable. All right, who knows what this person knows? This person could be evil. All right, this person could be trying to play a whole game with you right from where they're at. And I mean, these people are skilled with what they do, because you're not the first person that they've done this to, and you're not the first person that they felt this way toward. All right, they have attitude, and they're disgruntled. They don't like how your life is going for you, and they want a piece of the action. All right, they're in their feelings about what they see going on and taking place in your reality. So the best way for them to try to, adhere to their pain is to try to make you feel it, try to make you taste it, try to make you experience how they feel on an emotional level. All right. So this is why they do things to try to attack your spirit, because they would rather see you not be your upbeat, motivated self. All right. These people actually take pride in playing games with you to a point to where they could see a change in your behavior and your personality. All right. They have what you call hateritis. All right. And they get this way when they're around people who they see have better lives than them. Maybe they're upset because life isn't going their way, or they feel life is giving them the short end of the stick, or they just feel that they've been cheated some way or somehow. But when they look at you, they see what their life is really supposed to be like. So they get upset and they get mad, and they start to take that out on you. And all it is a change that they have to make. But for whatever reason, they rather just you know continue to deal with you however they feel like it. And especially when it's from a distance, but like this person is doing something. It's like you walk past a person's house. Every time you walk past their house, an alarm goes off, like a whoop 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 whoop. It's like it's something that but it doesn't happen for anybody else. All right. Or they are sitting outside with a dog, and they whisper to the dog to bark every time you walk past. And anything, it could be anything. They could be outside building something. As soon as they see you, they start banging extra hard, dung 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 dung, or they start to use the machinery real hard, use the drill real hard. And a lot of people would just be like, yo, why don't you just ignore that and go about your business? But it's a lot easier said than done. It's a lot easier said than done because it's like Chinese water torture. Every time they see you, they implement their weapons of mass destruction against you, even if it's from a distance. All right, and it's the energy that's behind it. It's the hate that's behind it, and they're projecting that. You know, a lot of these people, like you don't, like I said, you don't know what they know. They could be using some type of science. They could be using some type of witchcraft behind this, and it's more than just what it appears to be. All right, and they could already know, they could already know that these types of things happen to you. All right, because they know, like certain people are actually on lists. That is a real thing. All right, if you're getting calls from numbers that when you pick up, no one says anything. At least when I call someone, if I don't hear someone say anything, I'm gonna say hello. Why does the person being called have to speak? Why does the person calling have to say hello? Usually, if someone is calling you and the call is for you, if they don't hear you say anything, they'll speak. Hello, Mr. So and so, are you there? And when people don't say anything, you already know that's a little fishy. That's a little strange. That's a little weird. So who knows? It could be a list you're on. It could be an online database tracking you based off of certain apps you use, or certain apps you use. Like, who knows how, with phones and technology and when you pay for things, who knows how people are being tracked, but people are being tracked. And you never know what person has access to what list. And this isn't to make anyone paranoid or to scare anyone. It's just to make sense of what you're experiencing and why you keep experiencing it on the level that you are. So there will be people who will possibly have put you on some list, and people in certain neighborhoods are all a part of these groups. And with online forums now, today more than ever, people are able to connect through apps, through websites, through social media. So you don't know if people have a whole conglomerate, a whole underground network of evil, to where people will direct certain activity towards certain individuals. So once something is done over and over and over again, it creates what's called a trigger response. So someone could do it lightly, someone could do it heavily, someone could do it a teeny bit, medium, average, low to no, but it'll still cause you to be triggered, and will try to end up bringing out a reaction of you some kind of way. So it's best to remain calm and just, like I always say, see it for what it is. Like, there are certain neighbors that pay a little bit too much attention to others, and they actually plot on them. All right, they plot on your sanity, they plot on your peace of mind, they plot on your moments of rest that you need away from other people, because we all need that. We all need a moment to ourselves. If you were to watch them, every time they will try to go out in the backyard and have a little moment and start doing some noise, they probably call somebody on you and have a noise complaint filed against you. Or it would be evident that you were doing that to them, and they would call you out on it, and sooner or later they would possibly have you figured out. All right now. Yeah, all right, nature. you know um Only thing I'm looking out for is certain things. All right, most animals are cute and cuddly, but it's like certain things you got to watch out for, because they be on the defense. And it's like, if you on the defense, so am I. I love animals, but when it come down to it, all right, I'm picking Drew. All right, and not you. All right, shout out to all the animal lovers. I'm right there with you, but this is the wilderness. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. All right, so you will have neighbors that will go gung ho in trying to get you to be seen as the person that no one should talk to, the person that's unstable. And it's like, you have to have a large amount of hate for someone to want them to be deemed as mentally unstable. All right, that's seeing someone not be able to take care of themselves. That's seeing someone not be able to function properly. That's seeing someone not be able to live their life normally, and allowing their mind to not be attacked. All right, it's a very evil thing to attack a person's mind. but people think nothing of it because it's nothing happening to you physically, but who knows the stress a person is undergoing mentally, which will sooner than later, God forbid, have certain effects on a person that you don't need. All right, no one needs to have the effects on them of someone trying to attack them mentally and play games on them every time they walk past their home. But what this person is hoping that you'll do is freak out, say something to them, approach them, get angry, run up on them. Like, who knows? People would love nothing more than to get someone caught up that they are jealous of and feel some type of way towards, and have this person put behind bars. All right, so a lot of people can make whatever they want of videos like this, and that's okay. They have every right to, but these things happen. All right, and there are a lot of sick people out there that are being deemed mentally healthy. All right, there are a lot of sick people out there who are being deemed mentally healthy. All right, and society lets these people do their thing because they could pay taxes. They seem to be fit and mentally fit enough to take care of themselves. But what they all have is this inner working group where they all take part in destroying others, and they take a huge part in that, and they take a lot of pride in that. So you have to really remain strong when you're living in these types of environments, neighborhoods where you have people who are plotting on your mind. All right, your mind controls everything. Whoever can get the mind can get the behind. So it's like, if people are able to access you and hack your mind by certain wicked works, then it's pretty much it's not going to look good for you. So this is why that's not a good thing. A lot of people think it's just nothing. A lot of people see it as harmless. A lot of people see it as no problem at all. But when you have a whole neighborhood of people doing things intricately, whenever a person comes around, that could wear a person down eventually over time, if they're unable to reach a Zen state, a Christ-like mindset, one where this person has so much God in their life that by the grace of God, this person is protected and can go into their prayer closet for a moment of peace. Even in the midst of hell, they can call some heaven down. All right, so it is what it is. They do what they do to try to get you out of that state of peace, to try to get you out of that mindset where everything is all right for you. It's basic. It's just your normal birthrights, and they want to take that from you by making noises and all these weird things. And they do that because you experience a level of peace unbeknown to man. All right, you experience God level peace, and the fact that someone has to try to interrupt that and get your focus off of yourself should let you know that me focusing on myself and giving my attention to me is an extremely powerful thing, that for someone to go out of their way to interrupt it. All right, your peace is extremely powerful, and those trying to interrupt it are extremely weak. All right, and they're cowards, and they just have nothing else better to do. All right, so you having something else better to do, you're going to learn how to have to redirect your mind back to more peaceful things. All right, because as we always say, the more you focus on something that makes you upset, you're only going to be more upset. All right, so the people that are around you that are doing this, they're soulless, and they're working for the greater evils that are at bay. But it's still nothing that you can't overcome. It's nothing that you can't get through. There's no reason for you to hate yourself or destroy yourself or indulge in anything excessively, trying to find peace, through buying something. All right, the only way you're going to be able to find peace through paying for something is probably some headphones for noise cancellation, or some earplugs. All right. And I think with the internet today, if you looked up something, you'll probably find it. That's kind of the day and age that we live in. All right. I'm pretty sure they have, I'm going to look this up. I'm going to make a note of this. All right. And I'm going to look this up, but I'm pretty sure they probably have earplugs that look like, that could just fit over your ear. All right. To where you could be undetected. And people can't tell. It's like, imagine being able to walk around with something that look like your ear is normal, but it's covered and you can't even hear a thing that's going on. All right, so walking around with headphones really helps. All right, people are going to get louder. They're probably going to crank their machines up all the way. But if you could have something peaceful playing, like some binaural beats or some energy vampire banishing energy beats, like it really helps. All right, it really helps you find a peaceful state of mind when you have people that are always trying to play with you because they're player hating. All right, so most people you find playing with you are player hating. All right, maybe they are upset for whatever reason. You got them mad. All right, people don't know how to deal with their anger, and they allow demons to possess them because they're full of it. They're not working on themselves in a way to where they can balance out how they feel and become more positive than they are negative. So with them doing that, it's only who God only knows what they're cooking up, because an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And if that's their father and that's the pattern that they're moving according to, then only God knows what type of wickedness this person is cooking up for you. All right, and for those who they're trying to disturb their peace. But luckily, the weapons will form against us, but they won't prosper. All right, they may annoy the shit out of you, but at the end of the day, it's up to us to redirect our mind to more positive things. Focus on the good things that are happening in your life. We all have good things that are happening in our lives, no matter how bleak or how bad or how dark things may seem. There's always something good that you can focus on, and that's why I'm always talking about gratitude. All right, your gratitude determines your latitude, and it will save you a lot of times. All right, your gratitude will help put you in a place way better than focusing on what somebody did to you would. All right, so they have no life, and they're going to most likely stay that way until their dying days. But you have to, in certain areas where people have no life, you have to just act like you don't see it and just keep your focus on yourself. All right, because this person is unhappy, and it's like they have a real problem with other people who are able to find within themselves something that they're unaware of that exists. All right, they don't know. They're unable to come into contact with the level of peace that you have. All right, they don't even know that it exists. They just see you enjoying yourself, enjoying, the moments that you're having, enjoying that peace. And since they don't have it, they have to find a way to disturb it and try to get you to get you out of that mode. Like it's almost as if their whole aim and their whole game is to break your concentration. And I know there are other people out there who understand what I'm talking about, people who are improving, people who are working on themselves, people who are focused, people who are real close to God. All right, people who are able to tap into higher realms and higher states of mind. It's like there's always one of these demons lurking around waiting to try and break your concentration for no reason at all, other than to put the attention off of you and put it on to them. Because like I said in previous videos, whatever is possessing them, it's able to become stronger by making a bridge between you and them with your negative emotions. All right, so they feed off of those, and that's why it's not good to react to them, because that like this demon will keep coming back to you as a source, and it's like they'll be waiting for you morning, noon, and night once you give them that first reaction. All right, I've seen that happen in real time where I reacted to people, and that now they're waiting for more. It's like they need that boost. It's like a boost to them. It's like a mood booster. It's like they feel better about themselves. It's like drugs. All right, they're addicted to the feeling that you give them. All right, the amount of power that they feel when they're able to affect a person like this, it does something for them that they have to keep going after it. This is how they end up becoming possessed by demons, because going after this demonic energy so many times, it opens you up for possession. All right, it starts off small, then it keeps opening it up, keeps opening it up, keeps opening it up, and then the demons just start coming right through them. All right, and this person becomes a vessel for demonic entities. All right, so that's why a lot of people seem soulless. That's why a lot of people seem like they're not there. All right, half the things that you see that are happening to you, that like the people are, is probably a bot, or it's probably a not even an actual real person. You know, this person probably lost their soul a long time ago. A lot of these people, like at their jobs, they're probably the people that you wouldn't want to work with or be around, or they're probably the ones in the cult or, doing witchcraft on other employees. Like the bird doesn't fall far from the tree, man. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Excuse me. I'm not sure if that's ever been used, the bird, but it is what it is. I'm out here in nature, and there's a lot of beautiful birds out here. All right, they're trying to take your attention off of nature and all these beautiful birds. But, people are going to do what they want, and all we can do is accept that. And the easier it is to accept it, you're growing, because early on it's really hard to accept that there are people like this. All right, they trigger us and make us feel irritated, and it's not easy to have people who purposely do these things, but you have to find a way around it. All right, and that way around it is going to lead you back to a better state of mind. All right, and a lot of people end up doing the most, because it's like they feel that they can never get a moment's rest. And when people go out and go off and do extreme things, I'm like I'm looking at it totally different now. It's like, what's the other side? Of course they're showing you somebody freaked out, somebody went and done murked everybody, but what's the other side to it? And most of the time, you hear people were bullied, being picked on. Somebody kept bothering them. Someone kept doing something to them, but no one wants to talk about how this no one wants to talk about how these actions were provoked out of this person. All right, so you definitely don't want to be those persons that have those particular actions provoked out of them. You don't want that. You don't want people to be able to provoke murder out of you. You don't want people to be able to provoke that level of toxic energy out of you. All right, so you have to find releases. Going for walks is cool. Taking deep breaths, meditating. All right, if you have a punching bag, hit the punching bag. If you use affirmations, say your affirmations. All right, but definitely don't see yourself doing them any harm. Don't see yourself retaliating. Don't see anything bad happening to these people. All right, because all that's going to do is add more fuel to the fire as far as the negative side of things are concerned. And that's what you're trying to do away with. All right, because we're positive people. Even though there are things that happen in our lives that aren't always positive, when things go wrong, don't go with them. Somebody tries to piss you off, don't get pissed off. All right, don't go getting pissed off over what people are doing. you know they're the ones that really wish that they could be you. All right, they're the ones that really wish they had going on what you have going on. Maybe you're about to graduate. Maybe you just became a nurse. Maybe you just became a doctor. Maybe you're able to do your passion full time now. All right, maybe you're a full time DJ now. Maybe you're a full time painter. Maybe you're a full time clothing designer. All right, maybe you took your dream and hobby and turned it into a business. And now people see you driving up in something nice. People see your energy changing. People see your mood boosting. People see you emanating what you're supposed to be emanating. All right, everything that you are, your entire essence, people see it flowing out of you, and they don't like that. All right, they see you becoming who you're supposed to be becoming. All right, they see you becoming who you're supposed to become. All right, they maybe have pegged you a different way. All right, maybe they don't want to see someone in the same neighborhood as them start to do better than they already are. Maybe that's not on something they'd want to see. But if they don't want to see, all they have to do is stop watching you so close. But they can't. They can't. All right. And that you've seen certain things go down as far as their response to seeing you out in public. But when you're around certain people like that, and you have nosy neighbors, you have difficult people that you live around, you have to be the better person. All right, because you don't know who they know, you don't know who they're tied to, and this is nothing to be afraid of. This is just moving smart. You want to move smart when you have people that are trying to attack you and play with your mind, because you never know. One day you might be tired. One day you might lash out and say something, and you don't want it to go any further than where it's already at. All right, so you don't want to be the person that lashes out or says anything, because if you give these people an inch, they'll take a mile. You never know what someone who has negative feelings towards you would do to try to set you up. All right, and then you never know. Like if somebody is trying to play with your mind, you never know what they'll do if they actually get access to you. And you don't want to give them access to you, because they will screw you if they get the chance. All right. They will mess your life up if they get the chance, and will enjoy doing it. All right. So do not give them that. Do not give them that pleasure. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.